The big mistake in all this AI filmmaking malarkey is believing the hype. Phrases like, "this is just awesome," or "it blew my mind," lead you to believe that everything is really simple, and maybe one day it will be. But watching the how-to videos, I start to think that OpenArt's Smart Shot has all the answers: consistent characters, simple prompts, and it even gives you a shot plan before you commit to the expensive video creation. Smart Shot does it all. You don't have to lift a finger, so I thought I'd give it a go. And I wanted to take a break from my animation project. I've been struggling to get consistent locations. Even when I think the kitchen looks right, I say, please put this woman in that kitchen loading that washing machine, the one that you can see in the picture. And I get this, a second washing machine. It's infuriating, and of course it's all about the prompts, but learning the prompt language. So I thought I'd try Smart Shot with a standalone scene, nothing to do with Farmer Chris Moss, just to see how mind-blowingly, awesomely easy it is. And I had this idea for a very short, simple little visual joke. Now, I know that you can picture it. Imagine an indoor rock gig, the band on stage facing the audience, the standing audience facing the band. You can see it in your head, fine. And you'll understand the joke too, I just know that you will. It's the start of the show, and the camera swoops in past 4 fans at the front. Each of them pulls the ring pull on a fizzy can of drink, perfectly timed, one after the other, so that it sounds like the drummer counting in the track, you know. Hearing this, the band strike up on the 4th beat, and we see the guitarists strutting their stuff. But the camera heads back to a surprise drummer just arriving in his drum kit, not yet ready, and wondering why the hell they've started without him. Okay, you can see it all. And I thought that's a nice simple little 15-second standalone TV commercial type gag. Let's waste a few credits and just see how I get on. So I head over to OpenArt's Smart Shot page, which you can find in the All Tools menu. I don't have any reference pictures, of course, so I simply describe the scene. But not before I run my prompt past Claude. Claude tells me she really likes the scene. Well, you'd not expect her to say otherwise. She says the narrative is clear, it's a cinematic prompt, it tells a proper story with comic timing, all good. However, she says it may be a bit too much in just 15 seconds and warns me that the timing of the ring pulls may go wrong. Also, Smart Shot doesn't support audio, so the ring pull drum sequence may be a bit ambitious. She tells me to add this sound design line just to highlight this. And I do. Then I generate the preview shot plan, and this is what I get. Now I have to say it's a very impressive looking document. 4 cans, 4 fans, 3 guitars, confused drummer, all good except for shot 2, which rather jumps out. The fans are facing away from the band. It's a bit odd, but I don't know how to change it. Maybe there is a way, but it's not obvious, and well, it's just a test anyhow, so I click generate video. Now I make it as small as possible, 15 seconds, 16:9 in only 480p. And it uses 525 credits, so the whole thing will cost me just over £1. If I'd wanted 1080p, it would cost just over £6 for the 15-second clip. Well, I click generate and I prepare to be blown away. And here's what I got. The first shot, well, the drummer's in place. Now that's not right. We only have 2 guitarists. Well, that's okay. Shot 2. Well, now we have 3 guitarists and 8 cans held by those fans who are facing the wrong way. Now the 5th and 7th fans have got some sort of mask thing on their faces, and fan 6 has got at least 3 arms. Shot 3. Okay, the cans look good, but as predicted, I don't get the 1, 2, 3, 4 thing that I wanted, which is the prompt for the guitars to strike up, but then, well, hang on a minute. Shot 4, the drummer does the count in anyway, which is not what I wanted. He shouldn't even be there. I wanted a drummer coming in to an empty drum kit. Oh, shot 5, here he is. Drum kit has moved to stage left, and he's just found out that he's been replaced by another drummer. And what's he looking at? Well, I'm not sure I get the joke. Let's have a look at the full 15 seconds again. Maybe it's my fault, the prompts are wrong, and, well, I'm still convinced that if I can learn the prompt language, the awesome, magical, blow-my-mind world of AI storytelling will open itself up to me. And if this scene was important to get right, I'd need to lose the first drummer, keep the number of the guitarists consistent, sort those fans out. It would be easier to do each of those shots one at a time. In fact, that's what I'm learning on my real project, Farmer Chris Moss. The language is evasive, and at this moment, in the middle of 2026, the answer is to stick to close-up shots with out-of-focus backgrounds. Cut out as much lip sync as you dare, and if it's a complicated scene, tackle it in very short, sharp clips, concentrating on consistency. AI is magical, there's no doubt about it, but you need a lot of practice to become a master magician. And the secret seems to be learning to speak the language, learning to phrase things in a way that's logical to the robots rather than to humans. And if you think about it, that's a little bit scary, really, because we assume that this gets better and easier when the AI robots learn to speak like us, but in reality, it's a two-way street. In order to get this stuff to work, we have to find a way to speak more like the AI robots. The humans and the robots somehow need to meet somewhere in the middle.